By the time the Miami Heat had taken a 21-point lead early in the third quarter, James Harden had already scored 29 points in 23 minutes, but no one else was in double figures, and the Rockets were destined to lose this game. But little did Miami know that Harden was only halfway through with his scoring on the night. Up until that point in the third quarter, we got quite a few of the typical James Harden highlights, like the 9-dribble ISO on the left wing that leads to what can only be called the Harden step back. The issue with the Rockets' offense is that it lacks any type of flow. Once Harden gives it up here, he doesn't cut or move, and it ends up forcing him into a contested 40-footer, yet one that goes clean through the net. While many argue that he flops and embellishes contact while driving, he's also got to contend with the defense trying the same tactics, as Magruder sells non-existent contact to his face, the refs aren't buying it, and Harden finishes through a defensive sandwich. I got excited here thinking we were going to see a ball reversal into the rare catch-and-shoot three-pointer, but Harden couldn't resist, adding a dribble and making it a step back in Dion Waiters' face. It's almost as if Harden wants to take the pressure off by rejecting the easy shot to create something infinitely more difficult. Chris Paul lures Richardson into foolishly helping one pass away off of Harden, but instead of stepping into the open catch and shoot, Harden opts to put his man in the torture chamber for the next 8 seconds, getting him on his heels before stepping back behind the line to quick release this shot through the net. It's time for some coast-to-coast action as Harden snags the rebound and pushes the ball up the court. He misses Clark rim running for a layup, but trades the 2 for 3 when he realizes Adebayo is guarding him and is turned the wrong way. A simple hit the brakes and step back from behind the line gets the Rockets a little bit closer. Down 6, Harden gambles on the Wade drive and comes up huge to poke the ball away. Adebayo again gets stuck guarding him, and this time he's foolish for reaching in to try and steal the ball, since it just results in stopping the clock with a bad foul and 2 free throws for the Rockets. After Gerald Green can't hit the open shot, Capella keeps it alive, and Harden comes down with it before cold muscling it up and in over and through Kelly Olynyk. Still down 10, explain why Winslow would meet him at half court only to reach in and then get stuck pulling his arms away and 2 steps behind the play. Then it's Richardson's turn to take a whack at the ball, only to obviously foul Harden, but not enough to disrupt his floater into the net. More foolish fouling halfway through the fourth. Not much is going on offensively for the Rockets as they stand around watching Harden, who gladly tries to entertain the home crowd fans with yet another step-back 3. But Winslow does not let him land cleanly, and the ref is forced to call it. Starting to sense the game is theirs, Harden starts the possession bringing the ball up. Winslow plays with fire by getting his arm in Harden's space. Then watch how Harden lifts both feet in the air and lands with his feet split. This slight hesitation with the torso back and feet split allows him to explode right by his man, and no one is there to stop the right-handed layup, and the Rockets have now tied the game up with lots of time left in the game. If you were betting on this game, I can only imagine the roller coaster you were on all night. But make sure you use betonline.ag for all your online sports betting needs. Use my code CLNS50 and get a 50% cash back bonus on first deposit. Head over to clnsmedia.com/win and make your bets with betonline.ag, your online sportsbook experts. It was strange how the Heat defense didn't seem to do anything special or out of the ordinary down the stretch to try and stop Harden from scoring. However, earlier in the fourth quarter, we did see them turn to a 2-3 zone, and while there were mixed results, I would have liked to have seen the Heat try it more at the end. On this possession, you can see how forcing him between 2 guards and meeting him with a center forces him to give the ball up, and they allow a corner 3 with a defender running at him, and it worked. The Rockets attack the middle of the zone, and notice how the 2 guards move to a denial position on CP3 and Harden. Olynyk refuses to come out, and Rivers hits a long 2, but something the Heat can most definitely live with. With both guards set out top, it doesn't give an opening for Harden to operate, almost forcing him to give the ball up. They again jump him when he starts to do his delayed dribble series, and once again get it out of his hands. Dwayne Wade almost screwed it all up by going for a steal he would have never gotten, but the shot clock was winding down. Adebayo gets to the corner quick, and CP3 misses the heavily contested shot. The key here is that if Wade gets beat, he's got Olynyk right behind him on the block. There's a good rotation from the left side to the right by Richardson. Wade is a little late recognizing his rotation, but gets there in time to be in the area to contest, and this shot clanks. Playing a man short when Jones went down with an injury, you can't exactly blame the zone for giving up the left corner three off a decent contest by Olynyk. And then finally, Harden tries to take on the whole zone himself, but there are too many arms in his way, and it becomes a bad turnover. With a 2-point lead in the game under 3 minutes, the Heat are back in their man-to-man defense. Winslow is in great position to force Harden right and out of the middle, but he drops the right foot down in response to the jab step and opens the gate to allow Harden into the lane. But look at that move once more. The right foot is the pivot, and he slides it before the ball hits the ground. Now, the rule is actually the ball needs to leave the hand before the pivot foot moves, but I don't think he did it in time, and this jab crossover with that much movement with the pivot foot is almost always called a travel. But Harden gets away with it and doesn't have to score a point the rest of the game as the Rockets hang on at home, leaving the Heat to ponder a game that could have kept them closer to that 8th spot, and the Rockets to thank their lucky stars they've got such a dominating player in James Harden.
Oh, hey, good to see everybody. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far, then I've got something really special for you. A free video that you can only get by clicking on the link below. It'll break down my 3 favorite actions, and I guarantee you'll love it. So what are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side of that link. Don't forget to subscribe to BBallBreakdown and adjust your settings so you'll get notified right away. You in?